So, good day. Ang last topic natin would be about work, energy, and power. Okay, so, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng work? The work done by a constant force on a body is the product of the force with the displacement of the body. So, i-multiply lang natin para masabi natin yung work, i-multiply lang natin yung force and then the distance that is the same direction po as the force applied. Ngayon, kung kukuhanin po natin po yung unit po ng ating work, okay, the force has a unit of Newton and the displacement has a unit of meter. Newton meter is the same po as Joule. However po, nung pag po sa statics nyo po, kinocompute nyo po yung torque or yung moment po. The moment or the torque has the same formula, force multiplied by the distance. However po, dun po sa ating moment or torque, hindi natin siya po pwedeng isulat po as the joules. Only po for the work, yung unit po ng Newton meter natin can be rewritten or taken as joules. Okay? So, ito po yung ating figure po. So, halimbawa, ito po yung object po natin. And then, meron tayong applied po na force. Okay? At ito po yung ating distansya. Ang kukuhanin po nating force applied would be the same direction po as the displacement. So, kukuhanin po natin yung component po ng ating F po na to. Okay, so again, if a body moves through a displacement S, okay, at habang ina-applyan po yung constant force na F, dapat po yung ating S at saka po yung F should have the same direction po para masabi natin that there is a work done by the force on the body. So this is the formula that we're going po to apply. So let's say we have this particular box at nag-apply tayo po ng force. Okay, gumalaw po yung aking object. Okay, at a certain displacement po known as the S. Okay, so mula po dito hanggang dito, that would be the displacement. So therefore, if you're now going po to compute for the work, that would be F multiplied by the S because they have the same direction. So ibig sabihin, meron po tayong work po doon. Okay, in some cases naman, let's say you have this particular box and then meron tayong applied force na F inclined at a certain angle of theta, okay? So, ibig sabihin, gagalaw din po yung aking object po na yan at magkakaroon po tayo ng tinatawag din po nating displacement. However po, pag kinuha po natin po ngayon yan, ang work po natin would be equivalent po to F cosine of theta multiplied by S. Bakit po yun? Kasi ang kinukuha po natin would be the component po na same direction po as the S. So, ito po yan. So, this would be your Fx. So, kung kukuhanin po natin yung x component na yan along the horizontal, okay, that would be equivalent po to F cosine of theta. Okay. So, meron tayong mga figure that you can see on the left. We're going po to determine whether the work done on the object po is positive, negative, or zero. So, in this particular figure, the upper portion po, okay, so meron tayong S po dito, tapos meron tayong force applied. Since the force and the displacement po has the same direction po papuntang pakanan, okay, so ibig sabihin, ang ating pong work done po on the object po by the force would be positive. However po, on the second figure, dito po yung aking displacement. Okay? Pero dito po yung force applied ko po. Since the force applied is opposite in the direction of the motion, okay? Pero meron din po kasi itong parallel component po na to or x component po together with the displacement. Okay? Dahil opposite in direction po yung aking displacement po at saka yung force applied, then ang makukuha po natin po dito would be the negative work. Ang example po ng negative work done on the object would be the frictional force. Kasi po, it is always opposite po to the direction po of the motion. Okay? And then, ito naman din po, that would be the displacement. At ito po yung ating force applied. Gumalaw man po ang aking object po, pero ang kinukuha po natin ay the work done by this particular force on the object. Since hindi po sila same direction po as the displacement, then the work done, okay, by this particular force F on the object is equivalent po to 0. Okay. Ngayon, kung madami tayo mga applied forces, if there are more than one forces acting on the body, the total work is either the product of the net force with the displacement of the body. So, kukuhanin po natin yung total work done, that would be the F net, okay, that would be the total, multiplied by the displacement. Again po, yung ating force at saka yung displacement po should have the same direction. Okay, so it could be along the x or it could be along the y. So, pag kinuha po natin yung F net, add lang po natin algebraically all the forces acting po on the same direction po as the displacement. Okay, or you may do it this way. We're going po to determine the sum of the works of each of the forces. So, the total work po would be W1, W2, wherein W1 would be the force applied, 1, multiplied by S, and then yung ating W2 would be F2 multiplied by S. So, pwede pong either po of the two, pwede nyo po siyang gawin kung more than one forces po are acting po on the body. Okay, let's have example number 1. A 3,000 kilogram truck is to be loaded onto a ship by a crane that exerts an upward force of 31 kilonewton on the truck. This force is applied over a distance of 2 meters. Find A, the work done on the truck by the crane, B, the work done on the truck by the gravity, and C, the net work done on the truck. Okay, so let us now try to analyze the truck. Okay, so ito po yung truck. It will be going to be lifted by the crane. Okay, so ito po yung direction po ng motion when the truck is lifted. It has a distance of 2 meters vertically. And then, what are the forces acting on the truck? It has its gravitational force or the weight. It has an applied force by the crane of 31 kilonewton. So, kukuhanin na po natin yung work done on the truck by the crane. So, ito po yung force applied by the crane. Applying po the formula for the work. Work is equivalent po to force multiplied by the displacement. Since parehas po silang direction po na upward, okay, so ibig sabihin this will be considered as the positive work. Applying now, or substituting now the value. The force is equivalent po to 31 kilonewton and the displacement po is equivalent po to 2 meters. If you're now going po to multiply, the value po would be 62 kilonewton meter or known as 62 kilojoules. Okay. Next naman po, kukuhanin po natin yung work done on the truck by the gravity or the by gravitational force. We have to compute first for the gravitational force or the weight. The gravitational force or the weight of the truck can be computed as simply mass multiplied by the acceleration due to gravity. Okay. The mass of the truck is 3,000 kg and the acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meter per second square. If you're now going po to compute this one, it will have a value po of 29.430 kilonewton. So, ito na po yung ating gravitational force. Therefore, for the work due to gravity, that would be force multiplied by the distance. Since the force and the distance po are on the same direction, however, in opposite direction po siya, para silang vertical. Okay, however, opposite in direction. So, pag kinuha mo po yan ngayon, okay, what we will be having now would be a negative work. Again, bakit po siya negative work? Kasi po, yung pong kanyang applied force is opposite in direction as the displacement. Okay? So, since ngayon kompleto na po tayo, we could now determine the net work, okay? The net work done on the track. So, kung kukuhan lang po natin the algebraic sum of the force applied by the crane as well as the gravitational force. Therefore, W net is equivalent po to the applied force po due to the crane is 62 and then subtract it due to the gravitational work. So, magkakaroon po tayo ngayon ng value po na 3.14 kilojoules. Example number 2. A farmer hitches the tractor to a sled loaded with firewood and pulls it a distance of 20 meters along a level ground. The total weight of the sled and the load is 14,700 Newton. The tractor exerts a constant force of 500 Newton at an angle of 36.9 above the horizontal. A 3,500 Newton frictional force opposes the sled's motion. Find the work done by each force acting on the sled and the total work done by all the forces. Okay, let us now try to analyze the sled. Okay, so this now would be the direction of motion of the sled. Okay, so meron tayong displacement po ng 20 meters. Now, if we're going po to analyze the forces acting on the sled, it has its weight or the gravitational force of 14.7 kilonewton. Hinihila po siya ng tractor. So, ibig sabihin may tension po doon, which is equivalent po to 5 kilonewton. The tension po is inclined at a certain angle of 36.9. It has the normal force, okay, exerted by the floor on the sled. And then it has a frictional force. Again, the frictional force opposes the motion. So, ibig sabihin po ang motion natin ay pakanan. Ang frictional force natin ay going po to the left. Binigay po yan which has a value of 3.5 kilonewton. Now, hanapin po natin yung mga work done by each of the force. Okay, we have the formula of work is equivalent po to force multiplied by the S. Let us now determine po the work done due to the weight. Okay, however po, since it is this is a direction of motion and the weight is perpendicular to it, so ibig sabihin wala pong effect po yung work done by the weight. So that would be equivalent po to 0 kasi perpendicular po sila. Okay, so wala pong work done po if they are perpendicular. Now, for the work done by the frictional force, okay, dahil po ang direction po ng motion ay horizontal and the frictional force is also horizontal, however, opposite in direction, okay, so 3.5 multiplied by 20, this would be considered po as a negative work and that would have a value po of 70 kilojoules. Now, for the work done by the normal force, again, ito po ang direction ng motion, ang direction ng normal force ay perpendicular, then therefore, wala pong considered po na work done due to the perpendicular ng ating normal force at saka ng displacement. And then the last, okay, that is the work due to tension, so that would be 5 kilonewton, okay. The 5 kilonewton will be resolved into its component. So, ang kukuhanin ko po ay yung component po ng horizontal or the x component because that will be the same direction po ng aking motion. So, this now would be 5, okay, multiplied by cosine of 36.9 and then multiply it with the distance po of 20. Now, to determine po the total work, okay, so that would be the value. Now, to determine po the total work, all we have to do is simply add it algebraically. Okay, 0 po for the work, for the weight, work due to weight. And then, the work due to the frictional is negative 70. The work due to the normal force is 0. Okay, and the work due to the tension applied is 79.9685. So, the total po would be equivalent po to 9.9685 kilojoules. Okay, so we are through already with the work. Let's proceed with power and then afterwards po energy. Okay, so meron tayong i-discuss na power, kinetic energy, potential energy, as well as the work energy theorem. Okay, so for the average power, ang symbol pong gagamitin natin ay P. The formula po for the power po is the change in the work all over po the change in the time. Pag kinuha po natin yung instantaneous power, that would be the limit of the change in the work all over the change in the time as the change in the time approaches po to 0. So these are the formula na gagamitin natin para makuha po natin yung power. Now, mula po sa formula po na to, okay, we could derive again another formula for power. Okay, ano lang po ang gagawin natin? Kukuhanin po natin po yung formula po ng work, that would be force multiplied by the displacement. Okay, and then anong gagawin natin? Paghihiwalayin lang po natin po yung force, ilalagay lang po natin siya sa numerical coefficient, and then kukuhanin po natin yung displacement, limit ng displacement all over the delta t as delta t approaches po to 0. Kung mapapansin nyo po ito, yung pong ating displacement all over the delta t, that is really your velocity. So, displacement all over the change in the time. So, another formula po for the power would be force multiplied by the velocity. Okay, so what are the units of power? So, one unit of power is the SI, okay, so standard international unit, that would be in watts. However po, yung 1 watt po natin is equivalent po to 1 Newton meter per second. Okay, and then the Newton meter po can be written po as 1 joules per second, or pwede rin naman na yung Newton po can be written as kilogram meter per second square. Dahil may meter po tayo dito, okay, magiging square na po yon. At dahil may second square tayo sa denominator due to Newton, at may second din po tayo dito, that would be written as second cube. So these are the possible units po of the power in SI. Now, another unit po is in the US customary system, which is horsepower. So, 1 horsepower po is equivalent po to 746 watts. However po, we also have a unit po for the English, that would be foot-pound per second, which is equivalent naman po for a 1 horsepower, which is 550 foot-pound per second. The unit of power can also be used to express units of work or energy. So, 1 kilowatt hour is equivalent po to 3.6 times 10 to the 6 joules, because the arc will be converted po into seconds. So let's have example number 3. A small motor is used to operate a lift that raises a load of bricks weighing 600 Newton to a height of 10 meter in 20 seconds at a constant speed. Okay, so constant speed. What is the power out of the motor? Okay, so makikita natin on the upper left yung ating pong problem. Okay, so let us try now to analyze the lift. Okay, so what are the forces acting on the lift? It has the gravitational force or the weight. Okay, may binigay naman po siyang load. And then, dahil tataas po siya, so meron po sa kanyang applied force, okay, which we do not know. And then, ang direction po ng motion po niya ay 10. Okay, so para makuha po natin yung power, we're going po to apply the formula, that would be F multiplied by the velocity, where your F should be the F net, okay, that would be the unbalanced force that causes it to move, multiplied by the velocity. Okay, so para makuha po natin yung F net, gagamit po tayo ng summation Fy is equals po to MAy. However po, dahil po constant speed po siya, Okay? Therefore, your acceleration po is equivalent po to 0. Okay? So, what are the forces acting po along the y? Okay, so meron po tayong pataas. If this would be taken as going up as positive, I have F applied, okay, minus 600. So, that would be equivalent po to 0. Okay? So, therefore po, yung ating applied force now is equivalent po to, which is the net, is equivalent po to 600. Okay? So, tapos po, makukuha na po natin ngayon. Let us now substitute po the power po, which is equivalent po to F multiplied by B. My F po would be the F applied, which is 600 Newton. And then you multiply with the velocity, dahil constant speed lang naman po siya, the formula po would be change in displacement all over po the change in the time. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng value po ng power, which is 300. And the unit, of course, is joules per second or 300 watts. Okay, so, we will now proceed with one type of energy that is kinetic. So, kinetic energy ay energy because of motion. So, makikita po natin dito. Okay, we have this particular M. Okay, dahil meron po tayong net force or unbalanced force, okay, gumalaw po yung ating object. So, probably meron po yung sa ating unang position po. Okay, initial position. It already has initial speed. Pagdating po niya ng final position, it could have a final velocity. Okay? So, meron po siyang value. Okay? So, para makuha po natin yung ating formula po ng kinetic energy, let us now compute po for the F net unbalanced force. Summation forces po is equivalent po to MAX. Okay? So, bakit po yung ating AX ang kukuhanin po natin? Because the net force is acting along the horizontal. So, kukuhanin po natin is along the horizontal as well. So, substituting po yung ating pong formula for the AX coming from the rectilinear motion of B squared is equals po to VO squared, okay, plus 2A X minus XO. Kukuhanin ko lang po yung value po ng A po doon. So, that will be replaced now as V squared minus VO squared all over 2 multiplied by X minus XO. The change in position would be the displacement. So, that would be S. Okay. And then, i-multiply ko lang both sides by S. Okay. So, mawawala na po yung S dito. Matitira na lamang po ay 1/2 MV squared minus 1/2 MVO squared. I simply distribute the M over 2 over the binomial. Next po ay the F net S is the W total. So, that would be 1/2 MV squared minus 1/2 MVO squared. Recall po natin that the kinetic energy has a formula po of 1/2 MV squared. So, ibig sabihin, the W total or the work total po can be written as 1/2, okay, M, and then factor out po natin po ito, may matitira po tayong V squared minus VO squared. This particular formula is what we call po the change in kinetic energy. Okay, basta po gumagalaw, meron po tayong kinetic energy po doon, energy in motion. Okay, so the work kinetic energy theorem, okay, is equivalent po to this particular formula wherein the total work done on the object is equivalent po to the change in the object's kinetic energy. So, ito po yung ating work kinetic energy theorem. Okay, so the work kinetic energy theorem, okay, it can be applied when the work is done by a net force on an object and the only change in the object is its speed. So, nababago po yung kanyang speed. Then, the work done is equivalent po to the change in the object's kinetic energy. So, this is now the formula po of the work energy theorem. Okay? So, the work done is simply equivalent po to the change in kinetic energy. Now, the speed will increase if the work is positive. Okay? However po, the speed will decrease if the work is negative. Example number 4, a constant force of 4 Newton to the right is applied to a mass of 4 kilograms having an initial velocity of 2 meters per second. What is the final speed after traveling 20 meters? Okay, so meron tayo ditong object. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, meron tayong applied force na 4 Newton to the right and then it has its mass. Okay, so meron po siyang initial velocity po. It is already moving at 2 meters per second. Okay, gumalaw po siya going po to the direction to the right. Okay, with the displacement po of 20 meters. So, ang hinahanap po natin, since it has an initial velocity of 2 meters per second, hanapin daw natin yung final velocity po after 20 meters. So, apply lang po natin yung initial kinetic energy natin. The kinetic energy follows the formula of 1/2 mv squared. So, yung velocity po natin dito would be the initial velocity and the mass po naman is given to us as 4. So, substituting po natin yung ating value of the mass as well as the initial velocity, magkakaroon po tayo ng initial kinetic energy na 8 joules. Now, let us now compute po for the value po of the work done on the body or the network. Okay, so the formula po is equivalent po to force multiplied by S. Okay, however po, ang nagpagalaw po sa kanya ay itong pong 4 Newton. So, substitute lang po natin yung unbalanced force po or the net force of 4, multiply it with 20. Therefore, this W net is equivalent po to 80 Newton meter or 80 joules. The net force po is equivalent po to your work total. So, para makuha po natin yung ating final kinetic energy, gagamitan po natin ng work energy theorem. Okay, so the work net, which is just equivalent po to the total work, is just equivalent po to the change in kinetic energy. And when we say change in kinetic energy, that would be kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. And since ang kailangan po nating makuha ay the final velocity, kailangan ko pong ikuhanin yung kinetic energy final. Rearranging, therefore, this now would be equivalent po to W total. Transpose ko po to sa kabila, and that would be added as kinetic energy initial. So, pag kinuha ko na po yung value ng total energy, total work, sorry, and then ng aking kinetic energy initial, okay, that would be 8. So, therefore, the kinetic energy final is this equivalent po to 88 joules. Now, to compute po for the final velocity, we have to recall that the kinetic energy final is equivalent also to 1/2 mv squared. Papalitan ko lang po ito ng kinetic energy final, papalitan ko lang din po ito ng final velocity, but m po will be constant with this problem. So, substitute ko lang po yung aking final kinetic energy, substitute ko po yung mass, okay, and then my only unknown now here would be the final velocity. So, makakakuha na po tayo ng final velocity po. And the unit, of course, should be in meter per second. Okay. Actually, this is the same problem din siya. It has its mass. Tapos, yun nga lang po, ang force applied is no longer po to the right. It's going po to the left. Still po, gumalaw din po siya ng 20 meters papuntang pakanan. Okay. So, ito po yung aking object. Ito po yung aking point 1. Ito po yung aking mass. Okay, may initial velocity po siya. Gumalaw po siya in the direction of this. Displacement po is 20. Hanapin ko daw po yung final velocity. Ang ating applied force po is only 0.1 po Newton to the left. Okay. So, kuhanin po natin again the initial kinetic energy. The formula of kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared. Substitute ko lang po yung mass. Substitute ko yung initial velocity. Magkakaroon na po ako ng value po na 4 multiplied by 2. Okay, so magkakaroon po ako dito ng value po ng pa rin po siya. So, parehas pa lang din po. And then, when I'm going po to compute for the net work done on the body, so W net is just equivalent po to the unbalanced force F net multiplied by S. However po, yung F net po natin is equivalent po to 0.1 and then multiply by S. However po, bakit po ito negative? Magkakaroon po kasi tayo ng negative work because the motion po, the displacement po is to the right and the force applied po is negative to the left po siya. Okay, so magkakaroon po ako dito ng negative 2. Okay, now to compute po for the final kinetic energy, ganun din po, we're going po to apply the work energy theorem. Okay, so that the work energy po total is just equivalent po to the change in kinetic. So, since ang hinahanap na lang po natin ay yung ating final kinetic energy, then therefore, W net plus the kinetic energy, okay, substitute lang po natin yan. Yung W net po natin is equivalent po to negative joules, and the kinetic energy initial is equivalent po to 8 joules. So, magkakaroon po ako ng positive 6 joules for the final kinetic energy. Now, for the final velocity, substitute lang po natin or equate lang po natin yung final kinetic energy with 1/2 mv squared. My v here now will be my final velocity. Okay. So, magkakaroon na po akong unknown dito ng final velocity, then may makukuha na po tayong value po. Again, it should be expressed in meter per second with the value po 1.7321. Okay. So, tapos na po tayo sa kinetic energy. This time, we will proceed with potential energy. So, ang potential energy is the work done on spring kasi stored energy siya. So, to stretch a spring, we must do work. We apply equal and opposite forces to the ends of the spring and gradually increases the force. The work we must do to stretch the spring from x1 to x2. So, meron po tayong formula na kabisaduhin. So, the work po done on the spring is equivalent po to 1/2 kx squared. Okay, kx2 squared minus 1/2 kx1 squared. Ano po yung x2 at ano po yung x1? If this would be the initial, okay, the initial position, at nag-extend ka pa po siya, so this would be your x1, okay, and then extend pa rin po siya, so magkakaroon po tayo ngayon, halimbawa ito po, at kuhanin na gusto nating makuha po yung kanyang work done on the spring. So, all you have to do is simply find the change in the position kasi ito po yung na-stretch niya. Okay? So, sa portion po na to, this now would be x1 minus 0. Pero sa portion po na to, yung x2 at x1 ko po, ito po x2 minus x1. Okay? And then, the k po would be the coefficient of the spring. Okay, now let's proceed with the work done by gravity. Okay. An object slides down along a frictionless plane at an angle of alpha. What is the work done by gravity on the block? Is sliding a distance s down the plane. So, pababa po siya. Okay. Now, this is the object. Okay, it's going to slide down the plane. Okay, so meron po tayong angle of inclination ng ating plane, which is alpha. What are the forces acting on it? It has its weight. It has its normal force. Okay, ang gagawin ko po, ito po yung aking magiging axis, y. Kasi po, ang movement po ng ating object po will be down the plane. So, if that's down the plane, this will be considered as my x-axis. Okay, now, kukuhanin ko lang po yung angle po na to. You have learned already in your statics that this one will have a value po of alpha. Okay? So, pag kinuha po natin ngayon yung ating work done by the gravity, it will follow the formula of the gravitational force multiplied by the S. So, the gravitational force is really your weight. Okay? So, dahil lang S po natin ay down the plane, ang kailangan ko pong gravitational force ay yung pong component po na same direction po as the motion. So, dahil ito po yung kanyang pagbagalaw, ito po yung direction po ng kanyang motion, ang kailangan ko pong kuhanin ng weight ay ito pong component po na to. Okay? So, if this is cosine, then therefore this would be sine of alpha. Now, if we're going po to substitute it here, the work done by the gravity is equivalent po to mg. Multiply ko lang po ng sine alpha for this particular component and then multiplied it with s. Now, kailangan ko pong makuha ngayon what's the value po of my sine alpha. Okay, kuhanin ko po ito. If this would be my point of origin, at ang initial position ko po ay nasa taas, this could be rewritten as xi, yi, and then yung pa naman pong final position, that would be xy, xf, yf. Okay? So, ito po ay yung kanyang down the inclined plane, that would be your x, that would be your s, at ito po naman, kukuhanin ko po yung kanyang taas. So, pag kinuha ko po yan, that would be y initial minus y final. From your trigonometry, the sine alpha is equivalent po to the opposite side, which in return is y1 minus yf all over the hypotenuse, which is your s. So, ang gagawin ko lang ay i-recall ko ulit itong formula po na to, and then all I have to do is simply substitute the value po of my sine alpha with this particular value. Tapos ano pong mangyayari po dyan, yung S ko po na to ay magka-cancel out. Okay, so magka-cancel out po yan. Kaya the work done by the gravity is equivalent po to mg, y initial, minus mg, y final. So you can also factor out the mg. So that would be equivalent po to mg multiplied by y initial minus y final. Now, the gravitational potential energy only occurs when only the force that does work on the system is simply the gravitational force. Then, we can write the work kinetic energy theorem as, i-recall po natin to, W total is equivalent po to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. However po, the work total is the work done by the object, okay, which is equivalent po to the gravitational force. So, mgy initial minus mgy final, that would be the work done on the object. Okay? So, ang ating gravitational potential energy, which is used as U, is equivalent po to mgy. So, papalitan ko lang po ito as ui. This would be uf, and then parehas pa rin. Okay, and then we can rewrite this particular formula. Pagsamahin lang po natin lahat ng may mga positive, so that would be kinetic energy final, and then plus the potential energy final, and on the left side, kinetic energy initial plus potential energy initial. So, pwede po magkabaliktad naman po ito. Okay? Basta parehas lang po magkasama po yung initial at saka po yung final. Now, the conservation po of mechanical energy. If the only force that does work on the system is the gravitational force, okay, then therefore the mechanical energy E, that is kinetic energy, okay, plus the potential energy is the same, okay, and conserve. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng ganito, equal lang din po yan. So, yung work kinetic energy po natin ay, that is also the law of conservation po of energy. Okay? So, makikita po natin po dito, okay, nandito po siya. So, habang umaakyat po siya, tumataas po siya, okay, bumababa po yung kanyang kinetic energy, pero tumataas po yung kanyang potential energy. Again, pag umaakyat po ito, okay, bumababa yung kanyang kinetic energy pero tumataas po yung kanyang potential energy kasi po stored energy habang tumataas ka, mas lumalaki po yung potential energy mo. Okay? However po, yung ating pong energy po dito are just the same. Nako-conserve lang po sa kanya. Pagpababa naman, ano po nangyayari po dito? Yung kinetic energy naman natin ay nag-increase, okay? Pero yung potential naman energy po natin ay nagde-decrease. Okay? But then again, the energy po is conserved, kaya pare-parehas lang po yung kanyang ating energy po dyan. Now, let's proceed with elastic potential energy. So, kanina nabanggit ko na kahit papaano yung work done by the spring. Okay, so if the only force that does work on the system is the force of the spring, then yung work kinetic energy theorem natin ay pwede nating palitan the work done by the object, okay, the work done on the object due to the spring is equivalent po to 1/2 kxi squared minus 1/2 kxf squared is equivalent po to the change in kinetic energy. Gawin ko na lang po itong k. So therefore, the elastic potential energy is 1/2 kx squared. Okay? So papalitan ko lang po ito ng ui, elastic potential energy. This would be uf, elastic potential energy, and the change in kinetic energy. Just like what we had done previously in the gravitational potential energy, pagsamahin lang po natin lahat ng positive. So this would be kf plus uf, and then on the left side, this would be ui, and then itatranspose ko lang po ito, ki. So this is now the elastic potential energy theorem. Now, the computation of gravitational potential and elastic energy, if the only force that work on the system are the gravitational force and the force of the spring, then we can write the work kinetic energy theorem as this one. So this would be the kinetic energy plus the potential gravitational work plus the potential elastic, okay? And then equivalent po sa kinetic energy final plus the potential gravitational force plus the potential elastic force. So, ito po lahat ay final. Yun naman po sa kabila ay initial. Then, you can substitute po the value for each of the formula for the kinetic, gravitational force, or gravitational energy, and then the elastic energy. Now, conservation po of energy, okay, from the work energy theorem, this would be W total plus the change in kinetic energy plus the change in potential energy gravitational plus the change in potential energy elastic plus the frictional force. Okay? Ngayon, if you're now going po to substitute the value of this would be 1/2 B final squared minus B initial squared. The change in potential energy is mg multiplied by y final minus y initial. From the change in potential energy of the elastic, that would be 1/2 k x squared minus xi squared plus the frictional force. Now, if there is no friction and no applied force, ibig sabihin ay ano? This would be 0 and this would be 0. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon na lang po tayo ng ganitong formula. Okay? So, this is now the law of conservation of energy. It states that the energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one kind to another. Example number 6. A 50-kilogram marathon runner runs from rest up the stairs to the top of a 443-meter tall tower ending at rest. If she finishes in 15 minutes, what must be her average power output? Okay, so ito po yung kanyang at initial time, ito po yung initial position niya. After 15 minutes, nandoon po siya, and it has a displacement po of 443 meters. Okay, yan po yung taas po niya. Nag-start po siya dito, 0 po siya. Okay, initial velocity niya 0. Nung umakyat siya po doon, naging 0 din po yung kanyang final velocity dyan. Yun po yung sinabi dun sa problem. Now, it is simply being acted upon by the weight of the man. Okay, so using the conservation energy theorem, note that the work here is the work done by the runner in moving herself up the stairs. So the work total po is equivalent po to the change in kinetic energy plus the change in potential energy gravitational plus the potential energy elastic plus the frictional force. Dahil po ay nag-start po siya 0 dito at rest din po siya at tumigil din po siya doon at rest, then therefore wala po tayong kinetic energy. Ano pang wala po tayo? Wala din po tayong spring, wala pong binanggit pong friction. So matitira na lamang po would be W total is equivalent po to the change in potential energy, which will be equivalent po to mgyf minus mgyi, or simply factored out the mg, that would be yf minus yi. And then, magkakaroon po tayo ngayon ng, makakakompute po tayo ng W total, which is equivalent po to 50, that would be the mass of the man, multiplied by the acceleration due to gravity, multiplied by the change in the position. The change in the position po, final po is 443, minus initial po of 0. Then magkakakuha po tayo ng 217,291.55 Newton meter. That would be the work total. Now, to compute po for the power, the average power, power po is equivalent po to the change in the work all over the change in the time. However po, the change in the work is equivalent po to 217,291.5 Newton meter, and the time po is 15 minutes. However po, sa Newton po kasi, ang unit po nito ay kailangan po natin ang power po natin ay maging watts. So that would be joules per second. This is already in joules. So I have to convert this to 15 minutes into seconds. So doing the necessary conversion po, okay, 1 minute po is equivalent po to 60 seconds. Then therefore, I could have now a value po of, for the power average, that would be 241.435 Newton meter per second, or equivalent po to joules per second, which is also equivalent po to watts. Okay, let's have example number 7. A 5 kilogram block is moving at an initial velocity of 6 meters per second along a frictionless horizontal surface toward a spring, with a force constant po of 500 Newton per meter. So ito po yung coefficient of constant ng ating spring that is attached to a wall. The spring has a negligible mass. What is the maximum compression of the spring? That is, how much will the spring compressed before the block rebounds? Okay, so ito po yung ating spring attached to a wall. This is the block. It has its mass. Okay, so it has an initial velocity. Papunta po siyang pakaliwa. Okay, so na-compress po yung ating spring. Okay, hanapin daw natin kung gaano po siya na-compress. Okay, before it bounce back down. So, using the conservation of mechanical energy, that would be the only force kasi acting on the system is the force of the spring. So, yung ating pong work energy theorem, okay, W total is equivalent po to the change in kinetic energy plus the change in potential energy plus the potential energy elastic plus the frictional force. Ano pong mangyayari po dyan? Magka-cancel po yung total because wala naman pong applied force. Wala din po siyang change in the height. At wala din po tayong frictional force. So, magkakaroon lang po ako ng formula po na 0 is equivalent po that's a change in kinetic, which is equivalent po to 1/2 V final squared minus V initial squared, plus the change in potential energy elastic, that would be 1/2 kx squared minus xi squared. Okay? So, ito po ang kailangan nating alamin kasi ito po yung na-compress. So, alamin po natin po yung x final minus x initial. If we're going po to choose this one as our reference point, okay, ito po yan. Ito po kasi original. If this would be your initial position, okay, at ito po yung aking final position. Ito po yung block. Ito po yung block. Ito po. Ito po yung block. Yan. Ito po yung portion po na na-compress. So, ibig sabihin, if this would be taken as my reference, yung aking x initial will be taken as 0. Kasi nag-coincide yung aking initial position at yung pinili ko pong reference point. And then, na-compress po siya, ito po yung aking x final. Okay? So, yun na po yan. Now, if you're now going po to substitute it here, okay, 1/2 m, my m po is 5, and then substitute ko lang po, my final velocity po will be 0, my initial velocity po would be 6, and then the coefficient, the constant po of the spring is 500, x final po would be xf, and then the initial position po would be 0. Okay, so pag kinuha na po natin ngayon, your only unknown now here would be xf. Xf po will have a value po of, okay po, and 0.6 meters po siya. Okay. A pendulum consists of a bob of mass m connected to a ceiling by a string of length L. The bob is initially held at an angle of theta from the vertical. When the bob is released, what would be its speed at the bottom of its swing in terms of L? So, hanapin natin po yung speed niya po dito, okay, at the bottom in terms of L. Okay, so this, ang nag-act lang po sa kanya ay yung mass po ng pendulum. Okay, this would be the length of the string attached to the ceiling. And then, meron po tayong theta. Okay, so ito po yung kanyang angle of inclination with respect po to the vertical. Okay, so ito po yung ating pendulum. It has its mass m. Okay, so gumagalaw po yung ating pendulum. Okay, now, ito po yung kanyang length ng string. And this is the theta. For the final velocity, okay, ang nag-act lang po sa ating pendulum would be the gravitational force because it has its mass. So, yung ating pong formula po ng work energy theorem, that would be W total plus the change in kinetic plus the change in potential energy gravitational plus the change in potential energy elastic plus the frictional force. Matatanggal po ito because there is no applied force other than the gravitational force. Matatanggal din po ito because there is no spring. Matatanggal din po ito because there is no frictional force. Okay? So, we're going po to assume that the reference point would be at the bottom of the swing. So, ito po yung ating magiging reference point. Now, pag in-apply na po natin yung formula, this would be 0. The change in kinetic energy is 1/2 m V final squared minus V initial squared plus the change in potential energy gravitational is mg yf minus yi. Dahil po it was held at rest here, nandito po siya bago po siya bitawan papaganyan, it was held at rest here, ang aking pong initial velocity po would be 0. At pagdating naman po dito, okay, for the potential energy, gravitational potential energy, if this would be the initial and this would be the final, then therefore, yung aking final po would be taken as 0 as well. So, matitira na lamang po dyan ay, okay, mgy I, okay, is equivalent po to 1/2 mbf squared. So, I simply transpose this one kasi magne-negative po ito. So, lilipat ko lang yan po yan. Okay? So, ano po mangyayari po dyan? The m and the m would cancelled out at magkakaroon po ako ng v final po which is equivalent po to 2gyi. However po, ang kailangan ko po i-express po yung final velocity in terms of the length of the spring. So, kukuhanin ko po yun ngayong yung aking yi. Okay? So, ito po yung portion po ng ating yi. Okay? So, kung titignan po natin paano po makukuha yan, if this would be your L prime, okay, ito po yung taas, this would be your L prime, then therefore, I could compute for the value po of the L prime as L cosine of theta. So, ito po kasi is L eh. Okay, ito po ay L. So, ibig sabihin, ito pong component na to, para makuha ko po yan, this would be L cosine of theta. So, that would be your L prime. Okay? So, para makuha ko naman po ngayon po yung okay, yi, this would be equivalent po to the whole length. Okay? That would be the L. Okay? And then, isusubtract ko lang po itong component po na to. Kasi pagdating po dito yan eh. Ito po yung L. Isusubtract ko ngayon po yung aking L prime, which is equivalent po to L cosine of theta. Okay? So, pag sinubstitute ko na po ngayon yung aking value po ng yi, I could factor out the L and that therefore 1 minus cosine of theta. So, substitute ko na po yung yi po dito niyan. Bf therefore is equivalent po to the square root of 2g. Okay, and then yi will be L multiplied by 1 minus cosine of theta. Example number 9. A 2 kg block is pushed against a spring with negligible mass and constant spring of 400 Newton per meter, compressing it 0.22 meters. When the block is released, okay, it moves along a frictionless horizontal surface, then up the incline with a slope of 37 degrees. How high does the block travel up the incline before starting to slide back down? So, ito po yung ating scenario. You have a 2 kilogram mass. Okay. It is pushed against the spring. Na-compress po siya ng 0.22 meters. Okay. And then what happens? It bounces back. Okay. Nag-rebound po siya. Okay. Ang tinanong natin, gaano kataas siyang itinaas mula sa inclined plane which has an inclination of 37 degrees with the horizontal. Okay. Note, ang nag-act lang po sa kanya ay dalawa, the gravitational force. Bakit? Because there's a change in the height and then as well as the force of the spring. Okay, so pag nirecall po natin yung work kinetic theorem po natin, work energy theorem po natin, okay, may mawawala po dito. Mawawala po yung work total because there is no applied force. Okay, ano pa? Mawawala po yung ating kinetic energy. Okay. Mawawala din po yung ating frictional force. Okay. So, matitira na lamang po would be the potential energy gravitational mg multiplied by yf minus yi plus the change in potential energy elastic, that would be 1/2 kx squared minus xi squared. Now, if we're going po to substitute po the value, okay, my mass here would be equivalent po to 2. Okay, the G po would be 9.81. My Y final po would be an unknown. My initial po will be taken po as this po would be 0. Okay, so ito po it will be 0. So magkakaroon po ako ng y final po as my change in the height po siya. Okay, and then 1/2, my K po is given to us as 400 Newton meter. At yung na-compress po natin po would be, ito po daw is 0.22. Okay, so that would be 0.22 squared. Okay, again, yung pag-compress po kasi, okay, the initial position po would be, ito po. Okay, ito po yung magiging initial position niya. Ito po yung magiging initial position niya. Nung nag-bounce back po kasi, ito yung initial position niya. And then, this would be the final position. So, the initial position po would be taken as 0. And then, yung final ko na lamang po would be taken po as 0.22. Okay? Kaya po yan po naka-square po. Ito pong final position po. This would be the final position. Kasi doon po tayo nag-analyze sa when it bounced back. Okay? Para po tumaas po yung ating 2 kilogram block. Okay? So, your only unknown now here would be the YF. Okay? So, YF therefore is equivalent po to 0.4934 meters. You will be answering two problem, okay, first problem and then the second problem, okay. It will be submitted on Friday. Bibigyan ko na lang po kayo ng instructions on our MS Teams, paano nyo po isasubmit, saan nyo po ilalagay, and so on. So, this will be the last recording that will be sent to you. And if you have any questions po, kindly message me in our MS Teams. Sa chat box po natin to. Okay po. So everyone po, God bless po. Ingat po kayo lahat.